Opposed? It's on each side.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody. I will call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. I will take approval of the agenda and the minutes. Second. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. 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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Rich?
Good morning. Did a little, I had something come across Facebook the other day. There's a brand new dump truck. Backed up truck for sale, from this truck. I just inquired about it. I don't know what it costs, but it's all kind of set up. I don't think it's completely set up the way we run it, but I just thought I'd inquire about it. Just see, it's when I asked him, I said, do we not buy something or what's the deal here? He said they just ordered it for their inventory, so we'll see what the price is.
I saw that. I mean, I wondered, it looked just like.
Yeah, look, I said the only thing it didn't have was it didn't have the chloride tanks on the bottom, but either hanging off there. So I just inquired about the cost of it. I certainly we can do or not, but we'll see what they come back with, because I did ask about focusing on it. Wednesday through Friday, I'll be at the Concrete Paving Association workshop down in Des Moines, moderating some educational sessions for them. I do have 2 salt shed quotes now. And I think after, I don't know if you guys want to act on that stuff at a later date, but I know that the supplier that came in the lowest is summer's filling up pretty fast, but I'm not quite sure we'll have site grading done by the end of summer, but to know if we can, you guys want to put that on an agenda item to act on it, or you want to wait, or?
What I've been looking at so far, it looks like there's about $2 million of wiggle room for the stuff that we're doing on that campus.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the quotes are under 200,000 for the salt shed.
That's paving.
That includes, so I've got 2 quotes, one's from Greenfield and one's from Freedom Buildings. The Greenfield building, and I had to ask Freedom Builders to give me a kind of a complete quote like Greenfield did, so Greenfield's quote was, with the asphalt pad. The only thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to level the site and put an aggregate base down, which we can do that. Their quote is 182,642.44. The other one is 194,759 and change, so. If you guys wanna act on that, maybe next, I don't know how you guys wanna act on it or how you wanna evaluate it, but those are the numbers we got, and I think I'd like to at least tell one, hey, we're on board. I mean, they'll probably deliver stuff a lot quicker than we're ready for it.
Put the project done. If we're doing okay on our monies that we've committed to that, that's something we need to add to it, I would say. Get on the list and we can approve it next week.
Okay, Jackie, do you wanna do that? Put it on the agenda. And then I'm still waiting for a second fuel system quote yet. We had a couple Zoom meetings. I think the one wants to come and look at some stuff yet, but wanted to give us a quote for larger tanks, and then one included crane services, the other one didn't, so I want to kind of make sure we've got everything lined up and getting that comparable too. So
How big were you gonna go?
I think the one quote was 8,000 diesel, 2,000 gas, but I think we want to go at least 10,000 diesel. That we've got room in there for a tanker to come in.
Get a transport load.
Yep. So.
Significant savings when you take that whole.
Yep, exactly. And then I talked about both of them. I said, once we figure out what we're doing here, we can also look about the Manly system a little bit and see if what we want to do there for upgrading that, if we need to do anything there. And mostly I think Manly will be probably not tanks, just a fuel system of some sort. A reader, and if we get something here, it probably would make sense to have the same system there, but just as an update there, so.
Just remember that one is not in
Right.
that area is not in the.
That's not gonna, yeah, right, I understand that.
Yeah, that might just be something on your budget.
Yep. Yep,
if you got it there.
yep, exactly.
Cause that's, I don't foresee that being, I mean, it could be 40-50,000.
It'll be expensive, but,
It's not gonna be 200
right, yeah, and we're not talking about brand new equipment in there, we're just talking about
software.
just a software thing, and dispensers, things like that, but just to make it a little bit more. Well, the guys are out trying to maybe clean up a little bit after the weekend, but right, not a whole lot going on there. Sounds like it looks like it's gonna be warm next week and a half, so. Maybe by the end of week and a half, we won't have anything, but hopefully.
Yeah.
All I've got for you this morning, looks like the facilities out there are still kind of on pause. I'm gonna guess that now it's warming up. It might be.
They'll probably try again this week, I bet.
Yes.
We have an approval for a pay estimate of number 3 on the Conservation Office project and the Engineer's Office project.
I'll motion to approve, pay estimate number 3.
No, second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Please sign all 3.
I talked to Jason a little bit last week and it sounded like with weather, Madsen's gonna get back on the office or going into, and then, I think Crestville may be moving in and starting on the.
Yep.
That big, or the big building too.
So they had more columns laid out last week. I think everyone was kind of waiting for tilt up, get some decent weather.
Thawed out.
Mhm.
Hopefully some sunshine maybe.
We're hoping the next week and a half, we'll see a lot of vertical.
Yes. Okay,
Oh,
and I
you got
talked to,
green
I talked to Jason on that conservation building. It's finally done.
I didn't go check on Friday, but
Yeah, I talked to him Friday afternoon, like 4 o'clock, and he said, yeah, it was done. They got their punch list stuff done. Jason's just gotta confirm it, which is sure it's fine, and then they'll be submitting that last, or we can pay that last pay request, and I think that project's done, and you guys can get full possession, right? Hopefully that one's.
I talked to Jason about the administrative building and he said he talked to you guys. We're close enough where we're gonna send it to the departments. You know, there's gonna be changes coming, but they're gonna stick in their 2 cents.
But as far as the layout goes, it all looks decent, just, yeah, any adjustments we'll have to make, we can do it, but the layout's gonna pretty well stay. I'm okay with that too, so.
Okay.
Yep.
Drainage.
Arlo Rugland called last week. He said there are 2 beaver dams, the I-35 in Hickory in Heartland Township, DD 46. He said he wants someone to be contacted to trap the beavers first and then to take out the dams. I don't know.
Anybody trap? Anybody up there that's bringing beavers in?
Is Eilertson still trapping out there?
Say Martin traps up in that area some.
Otherwise,
Derek
Derek Barnes, like contact him if anybody needs.
Whoever wants to.
Whoever wants to do it, just contact
If
him.
he's got time and he's capable, or if the conditions are good to do it, I'd say, go for it.
They said, you know, he's gonna have to go out there, he's probably gonna have to contact Arlo because it wasn't on his, it was in the district.
Okay.
So you want me to contact someone, but then what about the dams?
Have him start trapping
Trapper
first.
gets done,
If
yeah.
he says he's taking some out of there, then we'll look into it. Then
Well,
we
we-
just get somebody around.
If Clinton Cunningham ever gets back to me, that may end up being dipped the whole way along there.
So it's true at the same time.
To keep the DOT happy to clean out underneath the box culvert.
That's all good.
So trap the beavers for now.
Yeah. Put him on that and then see, just have him,
It'll
Get
take a
back,
couple,
yeah.
3 weeks anyway.
Yeah.
To get.
Yeah. And he was supposed to be back to me a week ago last Friday, but I haven't heard back yet, so.
Most guys don't wanna dig when there's a lot of snow, so, get into, maybe into March, get the beaver trap, and into March before spring, maybe they could dip it.
Yeah.
Get somebody to do it.
if it's gonna get clean, then just pull all that out.
So,
Okay.
yeah, get the beavers trapped for now.
You have Derek's number, Chelsea?
Yeah.
And then just try to get an update from him every so
I
often.
think so.
If you don't,
After.
if you don't, let me know.
Or if he thinks when he gets them out of there, just let us know, and then we can see what the weather looks like and move forward maybe.
All right, that's all I have.
Okay,
Tell them
where's no claims reports?
Payroll.
Oh, payroll.
A motion to approve payroll.
Oh,
One second.
I have a motion and a second. all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. That's part of that.
Mhm.
That's what I was thinking. We have I need a motion to approve the auditor's quarterly report.
So move.
I got a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Liquor license. Right,
Mhm.
for Lazy Acre Vineyard.
I'll make a motion to approve the liquor license.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same side, motion carries.
Hey, we're on the discussion of liquor licenses. Do you guys ever? If you ever see complaints or get a bunch of complaints about a certain establishment, let us know if it's something that we need to consider a little more on that, cause you hear in the radio in Mason City, there's a few businesses there that they're really struggling with, and they didn't permit right, they didn't do a lot of things right, and the city is not allowing them licenses, so, we don't go to all these places, though, if you ever get an establishment that's causing grief, I guess just let the board know so that we can consider that when, and have that discussion.
License comes with.
I think she has lines on it somewhere.
Backside,
Mhm.
look this up.
Yes.
We'll send you down, Jim.
We don't have any law enforcement this week?
Yeah.
All gray hair, they're not gonna card us anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta be a little younger to,
See if we can get them in present.
yeah.
Sheriff's job.
I need a motion to approve the law enforcement addendum with Joyce, Iowa.
I will make that.
I'll say that.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carries. Now I needed a motion to approve the law enforcement agreement for Grafton, Iowa.
I will make that motion.
Hey,
I'll second that, sorry.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carries.
That all the small ones?
I think so.
That take care of all the little ones?
Just good.
Next up, we have a resolution 2026-6. We're juggling money again.
Yeah, I should have done that a little while ago. That is the money from the capital fund for the roads that isn't gonna be spent by roads, and we're moving it to the capital fund for building.
1.592497.11.
A motion to approve the interfund transfer.
Second that.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on it? Hearing none, we'll do a roll call vote. Smeby,
Aye.
Stone,
Aye.
Lowert, aye, motion carries. Now we have discussion, possible action on authorizing the auditor, Jackie, to engage Angela Brick with Nymaster Good EPC to handle a IRS issue when we did Voya going to Lincoln. But the lady wants a $7,500 retainer, which I have no problem with. And it's also a Form 2848 power of attorney. We need to fix this problem, so
Yeah, and I'm.
the sooner the
hoping this-
better.
I'm hoping this is worst case scenario, but I just wanted to have it ready because
Yep.
I have a time frame with the IRS.
First, before we vote on it, did you find out anything from Peter? Does he ever, can he resolve this?
He's calling me today.
Uh,
Yeah, cause I'm not happy about it, so I sent it back to him and said, I thought these guys were gonna have this all straightened out with
No.
this situation.
The big stipulation was,
I
we wanted
thought
it, we
so.
wanted it turnkey, that's was their job, was to make sure all paperwork was.
Well, and that's why I thought that's why they had the intermediary, so
Mhm.
he was reaching out to them to see if he could get anywhere, so.
You did your steps, it's, should be a merit obstacle.
so is there a motion for Jackie to engage Angela? Possibly paying her retainer after she finds out what Peter says?
I will make that a motion.
Is there a second? I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Thank you. I don't like seeing my name on letters from the IRS.
Don't blame you. Buildings, grounds, general maintenance, everything in this building working good? Hallelujah.
I did get, or Steve Hudson called, he's got some prices for fixing that
For the
upstairs. some equipment
stairway,
there.
stairwells.
Okay,
So.
that wall and the window and all that stuff?
The windows, checking, getting all those figured out, and then
And
that
that
wall,
wall.
and then the room or whatever, yeah.
Okay.
So I just gotta grab that from him. Discuss it next week.
Melissa, she on?
Wednesday is kind of packed for me. I have a meeting with the chamber and FCED, and then got jobs with Coloff Digital. And then Lake Mills has their annual meeting that night. And then legislative forum in Worth County will be on Saturday at 11:30 at the Olson Room in Northwood.
Gotcha. You guys got anything for Melissa?
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, thank you, Melissa.
You bet.
Any new items out to the wastewater other than what you already
I was
told?
calling for, I was worrying.
Yeah.
Just got an alarm, yeah, tower still froze, now that the weather's warming up, hopefully we get the contractor can get up there and get. Hole opened up in the ice and, get that back in service, so. The valve, our leaks, everything has all been repaired, we've just been running on live well pressure for last week. And we got some valve issues, maybe, cause we have bolts rotting out. Cause they're steel, they weren't stainless or coated bolts, so. This spring, we may have to do some investigating on valves that are not in paving, just to see what kind of shape they're in. And then if necessary, we may have to tear up some paving and go to, after these bolts, the valves are in great shape, work fine. Look brand new, but the bolts are rotting off, and that's why that valve split, and so.
Just have to work your way through.
Yeah, and if we can go after some, like you say, that are not in paving, just to dig down that are in grassy area, rock, whatever, then we're not gonna tear up paving just to search unless we know that it's more of an issue than just the one valve, so. That's everything that would be from when the build was done in 2005, so. Since then, rules have changed, everything required is stainless steel now, so, but.
Naturally.
Should have been, they should have known that in 2005.
Think so, but, yep.
So, okay. Department head, anybody? I'll get to you in a minute.
Blaze here.
Gotcha. Then we will move on to budget discussion. I talked to Jeff Grieve on Friday. And he had already talked with Jackie. And I told him that we weren't going full-time, of course, till January 1st of 27. That would more than likely the first half of FY 27, we would rent his building. And I said, then after that, I doubt the administration building is going to be available at that time. So we need to find an office for him, which would fluctuate his budget just a little bit. And the other thing that I asked him was, if we rent your building from you to house you there at the present time, what is the rent gonna go up to? Because right now, we're only paying a portion of that because he does his own private business. So you guys have any ideas? Be thinking about where you can put him as far as an office goes, that'll work good for him, or
Old conservation building. So we get, it's needed, it's cool.
Yeah, for now until the administrative building would be done and then I think there was always discussion of.
And it's just gonna sit there for a little while, right? You know, the office is done, I don't see Madison having the same problems Kingland.
Right.
So in theory, we'll be in there for the end of October this next year, so ours will be available, you know, I would say December.
it's just something that we need to think about.
Just a temporary.
It's coming up January 1 of 27, yeah. So he did tell me he was gonna put together some numbers, you know, cause if it's really cheap to just,
Then we'll just stay there.
we'll just stay there. But it
Well,
all depends on that, but if,
that and the election could depend on that too.
oh, definitely, yeah. We just he needs to do a budget, guys. So needs to get in there, some with that. I did talk to him. I do know that we need to think about health insurance coverage. We got that email from Ryan and he suggested 95-60 or doing nothing this year. So be
The
thinking,
same status quo, same.
yeah, staying where you're at. You know, staying where you're at or doing a 95-60 is what he recommended. Start thinking about that because Jackie needs to know.
Yeah,
So
next week would be nice.
We need a workshop.
well, that's what I'm thinking. We need a workshop on some of this stuff, guys. We need to sit down and pound this out because I'm not sure we should go to a 95-60 the same year we go to PTO. We hit
Well,
them, we hit them with too much stuff.
Are we gonna be able to do that or not? Cause
Yeah.
that's kind of at a standstill too. And you guys gotta decide on what if we're gonna have raises too.
Oh, that was the other thing I had to get
Yeah.
down here. Yeah, I'm hoping you're doing a little research on that. The other thing I'm gonna bring up is with the Manly Sheriff's Department coverage that nothing's happened since 22. I would imagine Manly would like to know where they stand because they're putting their budget together too. So we need to figure out where we're at on that and have a meeting with them. And then you got the email from Jesse on the Northwoods.
I did.
Response?
I know where I'm at. I know where I'm at.
Counter proposal, we'll call it.
We can have that discussion, can't we?
We can have a discussion. Law enforcement's on the agenda, so.
It's a budget discussion.
It's a budget discussion too. so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we need to,
Me personally, I think it's a slap in the face. I don't agree with it.
I'm not,
I will not support another agreement at those numbers.
nope.
I cannot.
well, I'm not gonna go to a 4-year just because it aligns with the mayor's election.
Nope.
It's nothing to do with the mayor's election. It has to do with the union.
Exactly.
And we got a union contract coming up this summer.
Yep.
And
Cause that's what put us in the pickle last time.
that's what put us in this pickle to start with.
We can't,
Because, well, inflation and that.
can't base it off any election because we're all at different time periods and, so you just gotta do what's proper for both and make it work, and whoever's sitting in the chair at the time gets to deal with it.
And I went
I
through
did
it.
explain to him, cause he had asked, how did we get to that number? The original budget number, and I said, well, you gotta look at the last 3 or 4 years where the employees got a 7.6, and then this coming year a 4. Cause he's like, I just don't know how you got 12 or 15%. We're already paying the 12 or the county's already paying 12 or 15%. So.
I asked you quite a few questions about your budget. I went through it. There's nothing right with your budget. You did it just the way I would have done it. When it comes to the salaries, you took the 4 deputies and you took the max that they would make in that fiscal year and took it times, I mean, it's not hard to do to come up with those numbers.
Right.
So, And as far as the rest of the list, it's just like you said, and those things we offered them that at the end of the year, whatever the actual figures were as compared to what we budgeted, somebody would owe somebody some money one way or the other. I don't know how it can be any fairer than that, but
I don't even-
undoubtedly, they don't think the right amounts get put in the right categories. Which
And that's a
surprised
slap
me
in-
too.
And that's a slap in the face too.
It is.
Yeah, there was more than one slap in the face.
Yep.
So. I guess we're gonna have to have, during the workshop, we can discuss,
And
are we gonna go on with this 2080 agreement or not? Because I am not going to take tax money from people outside the city limits of Northwood and help them pay for law enforcement.
I think we still are, regardless.
Well, we-
Slowly been raising the addendums, which.
As you can see in his, as you could see in his letter, the stuff that they're not paying for,
Exactly.
which we all came
All
up
right.
with. So, yes, in that sense of it, we are. So even if there's a little bit, they pay for a longevity increase 3 months in advance, they're also not paying for administration over here. So, anyway, I just thought I'd bring it up. We need to be thinking about this stuff and definitely have a workshop this week. So,
Thursday or Friday work.
Thursday or Friday will work. I do have one Friday morning early, but it's like a little later, say like 10:30, I could be here.
Friday would be better for me as well.
I'm wide open
Or
Friday,
afternoon, whatever works good for you. Otherwise my Friday's open.
9 o'clock Friday, 9:30
That'd
Friday.
be pushing it. I gotta do my crop insurance stuff and it's a day.
Oh, what time would you like?
Hopefully he'll be there by, you gotta get little kids on the bus, so 8:30, we're done, like 10 or 10:30, would that work? Or,
Yeah, 10:30 works fine for me. Will that work? Will that leave you enough time?
I'll kick him.
Hmm.
Okay, so I said, yeah, Friday works best for you, that's fine.
That would, yeah, it does. I've got a meeting Thursday morning,
Okay,
so I would be out Thursday all morning, so that's the Friday, 10:30.
That's all I wanted to bring to your attention was those items. Supervisor comments, anybody? Next week's agenda, anything that needs to get added other than the legislative forum on Saturday? If not, I will take a motion to adjourn.
second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody, for coming to this fantastic meeting.